YouTube, it's Lena, and I am here today with makeup I have hit pan on again. So I will link my previous entries for this down below. I should honestly just do a playlist of them at this point because I definitely have a lot. But yeah, it's mostly eyeshadows like it always is, but you know, I've got a couple of other things too. So yeah. Let me actually do the other products first, I think. This is the Sally Hansen Natural Beauty Sheerest Cream Blush in the shade Beaming. Now, they don't make this anymore. Sally Hansen does not even make makeup anymore, but it is a cream blush. And I finally hit pan on this sucker. Like, good pan, too. So yes, I am very happy about that because this is hella old and I would like to get it used up this year. Now, I don't normally put face powders in these because I tend to go through them too fast to really, you know, show them, but I happen to have a face powder that has pan on it right now. I honestly am going to repress it after this video. This is the Wet n Wild Coverall powder. I'm trying to use up my Wet n Wild stuff this year, but I have a massive pan on this sucker. So that is honestly almost done. Like I said, it's just getting a little awkward to use, so I need to repress it. And now for the eyeshadows. Now, something that isn't part of my Pan That palette this year, I hit pan on this in my Palette Roulette series. I need to update that soon because I have a new pan. But this is the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette, and I hit pan in the shade Dream right here. These shades are actually really easy to hit pan on, so if you're looking for something that's, you know, an easy, I want to hit pan on something to make myself feel good about all the shadows I own thing, maybe bust this out. Speaking of that series, like I said, I need to film an update for it because literally like yesterday I hit pan on something. So, spoiler alert, this is the only thing I've been using from that series lately just because I wear a brown in my crease almost every day. But this is the Naked Heat, and I hit shade in the pan Low Blow, and I don't know why the pan is shaped like this, but, you know. A little bit of pan right there for you. Been working on that for a while. These shades are pretty hard packed, so you definitely get your money's worth. You don't go through it quickly. Now, one shade that I was going to have in here was from my Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. It is the shade Strange, but I finished it, so I could show you a picture of the empty pan. But it's actually sitting in my empties currently. Now, that was part of my Pan That palette, and everything else that is in here is also part of my Pan That palette. So, if you guys have been following that, you would know that I actually pulled shades from different palettes this year, but I know where they all come from, so I can name them for you. But first I'm going to remove this little bit mess from my bronzer today, which, I mean, I have pan on my bronzer, but I've had pan on that for a while, so. I've had pan on that for years, honestly. So one of the reasons why I'm trying to finish it this year, because it's old. Anyways. So, stuff that I've actually hit pan on this year. Well, let me go by palettes, I guess, or what palette they're from. From my Ulta Avengers palette, I have two shades that have pan. I have I Got This, which is this kind of shimmery white shade. I use this in my inner corner almost every day. Obviously, I did something different today for a different video, but almost every day I use this in my inner corner. And I have used it as a face highlight a time or two, and it works well for that. And the other shade from it I have hit pan on is the shade Smash, this green shade named for the Hulk right here. So yeah, these are really, really powdery. And I love the palette, honestly, but they muddy a tiny bit. I think I love it because it's the damn Avengers palette. Okay, I'll be honest with you. And I do like the colors in it. It's just they muddy a little bit after a while, or some of them have on me, honestly. And they're really powdery. They are really, really powdery. So they're pretty easy to hit pan on, but I'm glad I didn't pay a ton for it. Now, I have an Urban Decay eyeshadow. This is actually from my Pan That palette last year. It was the one shade I had remaining. And I didn't hit pan on it until this year, and it is the shade Shag. So, got a lot of pan going on that sucker. Definitely want to finish it this year. My goal is actually to finish it in March. So, that should not be long for this world. For my Urban Decay Vice 2, I have 2 pans. Now this one, technically I hit pan on it in a different project, but I had to repress it when I depotted it because it broke, so whatever, it counts. But this is the shade Betrayal. And it's definitely a lot more pan than it used to have, so I'm actually aiming to finish that in March as well because I've used up so much of it. And the other shade I have hit pan on from that palette is the shade Voodoo, and it's not nearly as much pan, but it is what I tend to wear with that shade. I usually wear it in like my lower lash line, so that's why the pan kind of dug down. And for my final shade, it is actually from my Lorac Pro 2, which I have lots of pan in and lots of shades used up in, so maybe I should pan that next year, I don't know. But it is the shade Cocoa, just this dark brown right here. So hit pan on that pretty easily too, but Lorac shadows are also really easy to hit pan on. So kind of short and sweet, but that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye.